Hi, my name's Sal, 42, came in from Long Island. I got my first treatment. It's coming up in September. It's going to be September 21st. Really looking forward to it, and I think this is a great option for me. So basically, in about around 1989, 1990 or so, I started noticing considerable hair loss, and I opted to do hair transplants. And unfortunately, I didn't like the way it came out because some of the plugs actually didn't take, and the hairline was very uneven, and not to mention all the scarring on the back of my head. So fast forward, a friend of mine had gotten hair transplants, and he felt comfortable talking to me about it. So we were discussing it, and he had mentioned he was looking into other options. And we were looking online, and I came across his hair clinic. So I started doing a lot of research because it's, right from the get-go, they said right up front that they, specialize in people who got hair transplants and scarring. So I really started to do a lot of research, and I went on the forums and YouTube, watched all the videos, and saw a lot of people that had gotten it done, and the scarring looked great, and it seems like the perfect option for me. So that's how I wound up here. Now I've decided that that's what I want to do, and so I'm scheduled for 3 treatments. The first one, I believe, is 4 hours. I think the second one is 4 hours, and the third one is 3 hours. Basically, my expectations is I'm just really looking to, I want to have my hairline basically straight. I want to have it, contoured, to fit my face. I want kind of a strong hairline, and obviously to fill everything in. And in the back, the scarring is quite extensive. I think it was around 120 stitches that I got, and that looks pretty evident and pretty, you could see it from a distance and everything. So I really want to get that, filled in, and that's pretty much my expectations. My hair loss started, I would say, probably 1989, right around that area. I noticed, in the back, on the top, it was where the part goes back, right here, it started to become a little bit, bigger, and the space started to grow. So that's when I really started noticing it. Then, within, I'd say, 2 years or so, I just started noticing all around in this, from the area and the top and stuff, just started to thin. So before it got to the point where it was looking, really raggedy and stuff, I decided I wanted to get something done. So that's when I decided when I looked into different options, and I would never wear a hair piece or anything like that. I just don't think they look good. So that's when I decided to get the hair transplants. But they just really didn't, I really thought that was going to be an answer, because at that point the hair loss wasn't that extensive. But unfortunately, I didn't really think ahead or really think about it too deeply. But what happened was, basically, for that point in time, you get filled in, and then you lose more hair. So what happens is you have to keep going back. And because of the first time, I think it was I got 1 or 2 treatments, the scarring was so extensive in the back, and I just didn't like the way it came out. I didn't want to go back and get more. I didn't want more scarring. And I just got so fed up with it at one point in time, I just decided I'm just going to shave my head. So that's basically what I do now. So now I just shave my head clean. But now, when you have hair, you can't really see where the scarring actually is. You can just kind of feel it through the hair. And when I did that, once I shaved my head, it was just boom, the scarring was there, everything was there. You could see everything. So that kind of was, and when you first get scarring, the texture of the skin and the color, it was pinkish, so it kind of really stood out, against my regular skin color. So that took a while for that to kind of tone down and match, but you can still really see, you can really see the scarring. It's not like it goes away, it's just always there. So luckily it's on the back of the head, but I really wanted to, I always wanted to do something about it, but I never really knew that this this kind of treatment was available. I've seen a lot of people up close. A few of the gentlemen that work here had gotten it done, and I was able to really look at it up close. I had the privilege of meeting Ian, and he did my consultation, and I was able to look at his head. He had gotten it done like up close, and really you can't tell at all. Plus, because if you have hair underneath, even if somebody went to touch it, they would still feel your hair. So I have hair from the hair transplants, but it's just I keep it very tight. And so really what I want to do is I want to just have my hairline back. I want everything nice and even, because the job that they did, one side goes up like higher than the other, and it's just uneven. It just doesn't, it's not something that I want to like continue having. So I want to just get that all taken care of and fill everything in, and the scarring, of course, I want to have that all filled in. Oh, it's funny, my dad actually, I had mentioned it to him, and he has hair loss too, and I think once I get it, I think he might get it. So, I have high expectations. I really think it's going to look great. Like I said, I've seen some people that have gotten it done, and this is a reputable clinic. So I've also seen some online that they didn't do a good job. It's not a reputable place. But I've seen the work firsthand, so pretty excited about that. September 21st is my first session. I'm scheduled for 3. The 21st, the 28th, and October 5th. So I like to get it done in close time frames, and I think after that, it should be good. I'm really looking forward to it.